Hello guys, and yes, welcome to another episode of Gran Turismo 7. And before I start today's video, I would just ask you to consider liking and subscribing to the channel. It really helps me out, and I just enjoy seeing the numbers rise because it's a small channel at the moment. Hopefully it'll grow bigger, but I just enjoy seeing an extra couple of subscribers every week or something. But yes, let's get into the video, shall we? So, I bring to you Daily Race B and Daily Race C, as per usual to you guys today. Daily Race B is at Mount Fuji, in the GT2 cars, which you can see at the moment. And Daily Race C, where's that? It is at Maggiore with Group 3 cars. But I'll tell you more about that when we get to it. But anyway, as you can see there, we pull off a very unorthodox move through the chicane at about the 1 minute stage of this race. Quite a weird move, but it was very unintentional, but it paid off, and it was a clean move, so I guess that works. But yeah, it's just a bit odd, but yeah, I made my move work, so that's good. So we skip to the second lap of the race now, going back down into the chicane yet again. We're all over Mimic, I think his name is Mikic, I don't know. Mickrick. We give him a little bump, but then we get a massive shunt from behind by Josie de Graver. No idea what happened. But we're going to have a replay soon. So you can see more contact getting made up the road. I don't know what happened. So let's look here. He brakes way too late. Don't know what he's doing. He still turns in though. And wipes us out. The number 51 car does, the Spaniard. Then Nugris gives him a big punt. And then again shunts him off the circuit. So no idea what happens there. Yeah. And so now we go back onto my perspective. And then you can see Nugri's getting absolutely taken out on the right hand side of the circuit there. Which is going to give Josie de Graver another 4-second penalty this time. So that's 7 seconds in total he's got. And coming up to the penalty line now, he's actually going to brake check us just before the penalty, which is going to give us front end damage just after our rear end damage wore off. So that's pretty annoying. Yes, pretty annoying indeed. We're down to 8th position, which is where we started, I think. And we have a textbook move there to cover off Sheppy. So we let the Italian through, duck in a slipstream, and then duck back out to defend from the Englishman behind. Just, yeah, good racing throughout. But we are halfway through the race now, lap 3. Front end damage has just worn off. Sorry, pardon me. As you can see, you use the racing soft tyres for this race. There's very little tyre wear, if any at all actually. And you want to brake at that little road on the side as we try and make this move again. Is it going to pay off? Yes, it is going to work by the looks of things. He's going to try and get back up our inside, but we park it in the middle of the road, and we defend beautifully yet again. So that is pretty good to see from us. But we skip forward now to the final lap of the race. We're up in 7th. We've pulled away by about 4 seconds to the Italian behind, and we've really gained on ZFS Baron in front. He's in the old Lexus GT500 car, so I think he's probably just doing it for the lols, because that thing is utterly rubbish. I mean, it's not bad, but in this class, it's useless. Yes, it is useless. But anyway, we can gloss over that because we've not got long left. We've got about a minute left in this race at maximum. We're still just under a second away from him. But yeah, so as we've got only 3 turns left from now on, this might be really close. Yes, So unless he makes a big mistake here on the exit of the final turn, or just gets a terrible run, we will not get 6th position. We'll get a 7th, and he's not got a bad run. We got a big snap actually, so we probably got a worse run than him. And yes, he is pulling away from us now, so I think it is going to be a 6th position finish for us in the end. 7th, sorry. 7th position finish for us in the end, as you can see. So yeah, now let's go on to the second race of the video with the Group 3 cars. And here we are, starting in 9th position, now round Maggiore GP, but the short circuit. As we've got BGTT, something or other in front, and we're giving him a little tap through, a few little taps through turn 1 and turn 2 there. And I don't know what happened. I still don't know if he's got if he had the racing hard or the racing medium on compound tyre, because he just really lacked pace for this first part of the race where I was actually behind him. But yeah, I just don't know what was happening. You can see I'm constantly bashing into the rear end of him, trying not to, but he's just so slow. Look at this. So through the S's we go. It's really hard and dirty, so I need to get past him as soon as possible. As you can see, a massive crash to the 911 in the background there. But we're going to go up the inside into the hairpin, squeeze him wide, no contact. That's nice. You always want to see that. And we're going to get past in the end. So that's a very nice move there, which is going to promote us up to 8th position just before the end of the first lap. And we're in the slipstream of the Italian in front of us, so that's a plus point as well. Going down into turn 1, he doesn't quite meet the apex, in my opinion, but we do. And so we're going to already pull a little bit away from the driver we just passed at the hairpin on the last lap. You must use the medium and the hard compounds for this race. It's mandatory. You have to have a pit stop, so you can't just pop mediums on the front and hards on the rear, or vice versa, as we utterly send it down the inside of the identical Porsche to ourselves there. And we're going to make the move up. Lots and lots of contact and smoke puffing out everywhere in front of us. We're going to now skip to lap 4. And we're still in 7th. We're behind PT Radan, or Radan. I don't know. It's the Portuguese driver. And so I think they're both going into the pits here, but no, the Portuguese driver's going to stay out. The Spaniard goes in, but the Portuguese doesn't, as we're going to duck into the station. We're going to try and go around the outside, but we back off in the end, as he's miles in front, and he's got the inside. It'd be just silly to try and go for that move. As we get on the grass a bit, that could have been very, very bad, as you saw in my last video. If you haven't, go and check it out. We did that in the Supra, and around we went and into the barrier. Yeah, you don't want to do that, especially in this game. Real drive, fast cars, one rear wheel or one powered wheel on the grass. And that's not a good combination. Not a good combination at all. Don't try it if you want to survive races, which most people do. But yes, we're on lap 5 out of 15 now, a third of the way through the race, and I'm pretty sure that this is the lap that we will be making our pit stops. The Portuguese driver in front makes a big old mistake there. He gets sideways on the curb, and spins the car sideways, manages to control it. So a shout out to him for brilliant car control. But yeah, and also a shout out to him for giving us an extra position, so thank you. We come out of the pits there in 10th position with the racing hard tyres on. You'd expect in this game for drivers. Oh, we got a massive 2-car pile up in front of us, including the Porsche and the Beetle. That was suicide there. But yeah, you'd expect for Gran Turismo 7 that you'd want to have the medium compounded tyre on your car for as long as possible, right? But no, because the tyre wear in this race is just so large and so heavy that you want to get off it pretty much as soon as possible. As soon as it starts degrading like a big amount, you do not want to be on that tyre at all. Which is why I went to the hard. 2 stops in this race is just a big no-no. You'd never do that. As you can see there, putting a powered wheel on the grass is not a good idea. We just did it there. And you can see we very nearly planked our race up in a big wooden shed for somebody to find in a million years. Maybe not even that, actually. As we pass a couple of people in the pits, we're up to 8th now. Polo, I don't know, in front. But we're going to skip to lap 8 now. As we got Arthur and Raikkonen GT in. Guys, I need to ask you a question about him. Because the Suzuki, the new edition, well, the new GT3 edition to this game, one of the new ones, I've not driven it yet. Sorry. I've not seen much of it in online lobbies, but it's so slow. You can see there, going through the S's, I lost so much time to the Italian in the Genesis. I don't know why it's so slow. It's like a GT4 car compared to me in a GT3 car. It doesn't it should be in the class lower down than this. Yeah. Do you guys find it slow? Have you seen that before? Is it just the driver? Is it the hard compound that he was on? The worn one? But it's not even too late into the race for that. As you can see, for the hard compound to be degrading too much. Only lap 8. You can see we make up 3 positions here from people in the pits. So that's nice and handy. We're going to get ourselves up to 4th position. But we only have 4 laps left, so we're going to skip forward to the final lap of the race now. In a podium position, so yes, we overtook another person, Lemmy Limon. A brilliant name, so well done for you to thinking of that. A nickname at least. But anyway, we're going to have our comeback from 9th position to 3rd position on the grid. But thank you very much, guys, for watching. I'm going to have to wrap it up there. So I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.